Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about mileage. We're going to be talking about when is the best time to shift gears in a manual transmission to get the best possible fuel efficiency. Now, the figures that the company claims usually is never lived up to because the real life scenarios are completely different as compared to what happens on the streets, and we never end up getting the figures that the company projects. But in this video, I conduct an experiment where I show what happens when we shift gears at different RPMs and we maintain the same speed at different gears. For example, we are going to be at 50 kilometers per hour in the second gear, in the third gear, in the fourth gear, and the fifth gear to show what kind of average readings we are going to get at that point, and also what is the load on the engine at that particular point. Now, the two most important things to look for out here is the load reading of the engine as well as the RPM, because both of them are inversely proportional. What I mean is that if the RPM is low, the load on the engine will be higher, and vice versa. If the engine load is low, the RPM will be higher. What that means is that when you're at low RPM, the engine is working harder because you're accelerating more, so it's trying to build up more speed, and that means the load is going to be more. This is the same principle of brake-specific fuel consumption. See guys, when we're driving on the road, there are a lot of resistive forces that are coming against our car. There are at least 5 that I can mention on the top of my head. First is the rolling resistance, that means the tire resistance, the friction between the road and the tire. The next one is the mechanical resistance, the engine resistance, the mechanical movements of the engine as well as the transmission and the drive shaft. All of these mechanical movements also have resistance because there are mechanical movements in them. The third one is aerodynamics. There is a lot of wind pressure that's coming on the car when we are driving, obviously, and those also act and kind of create a resistance against the car. And the last point is that when we are climbing up a steep slope, that means a lot of gravitational forces acting on the car as well. That is another factor that has to be taken into consideration. So all these factors and resistant factors have to be mitigated, and that can be mitigated by creating power, and that power is created by the consumption of fuel. So brake specific fuel consumption is the amount of fuel that's required to create power to make the car continuously in motion at the particular speed that we desire, and depending on the different efficiency range will result in the fuel consumption if it's going to be higher or more. So that is why we got to look at two main aspects, the load on the engine as well as the RPM. But before I start with the video, guys, I'd like to tell you all that if you're here for the first time, consider subscribing because we make a ton of automobile related content. We talk about automobile tech, news, reviews, everything related to automobile. And you can let us know what you all would like us to make a video on next in the comment section, and we'll definitely follow up with that. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel, and at the end of this video, if you like it, please make sure to hit the like button. Enough self-promotion, let's begin with the video. Now, if you look at this graph of brake-specific fuel consumption, we can see that the engine is the most happiest and the most optimal when the amount of load is higher and the RPM is lower. That means you're going to be at a RPM of just say 1000, 1500 RPM, and the engine load is going to be around 50%, 60%. That means the engine is working harder, but it's giving you the best fuel efficiency because you are the lowest speed and the engine is rotating at a lower speed. And to the opposite spectrum of that, you can see that the worst fuel consumption is at the highest RPM with the lowest load. That means you're going to be accelerating at a very high RPM, 4000, 5000, 6000 RPM depending on the engine and the car, but you're going to be at a very low load on the engine, and that's going to give you the worst mileage. And hence you can be in the second gear at 50 kilometers per hour, and you can be in the fifth gear at 50 kilometers per hour. But what's going to happen in the second gear, you're going to be requiring a lot more fuel because you're going to be at a higher RPM and a relatively much lower load on the engine, which is going to consume more fuel as compared to if you're on the fifth gear with 50 kilometers per hour. Now let's get to the experiment. Now before we head on to the experiment, keep an eye and look at the speed, which is going to be a constant around the average of 50 kilometers per hour. Then keep an eye on the revolutions per minute. Those will change depending on the gear that the car is in, and also keep an eye on the load. Now the load is going to be inversely proportionate to the revolutions, which means that if the revolutions are high, then your load will be much less. And if your revolution is going to be, if your revolution of your engine is going to be very high, your kilometers per liter will be also proportionate to that in the manner that it will drop. Let's start with the experiment. Now if you see in the second gear, the car is at 50 kilometers per hour and it is now at 4000 RPM. In the third gear, it is 2500 RPM. In the fourth gear, it is 1700 RPM, and in the fifth gear, it is 1500 RPM. Now since the revolutions per minute is higher in the second gear, the load on the engine is much lower as compared to the fifth gear, where the revolutions per minute of the engine is only 1500, but the load is almost 99%. Another thing is in the second gear, because you're at a higher revolutions per minute, that means your engine is rotating faster, that means more fuel is getting consumed and burnt. That's why your at the moment kilometer per liter reading is much lower as compared to the fifth gear, in which your engine is rotating less and at only 1500 kilometers per hour, but the load is 100% and you're getting a much better fuel efficiency. After looking at the experiment, it shows that to get the best average, it is optimal to be at the lower RPMs. So which means that accelerating at a higher gear with low gear ratio, which means that the engine RPM is going to be lower, but your engine load is going to be higher, which will give you the best and the most optimal fuel mileage at that instant and in the average. Also guys, whilst I'm talking about shifting at low RPMs, it is very important that you do not put a lot of stress on the engine when you're shifting at low RPMs and making an engine lug or struggle. That will put your engine at a gearing disadvantage. So it is important to shift gears at low RPMs, but not so low that it would affect the engine and would make the engine lag or lug. Anyway guys, I hope you'll enjoy this video, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and share it with somebody who would like to know such information and would make them a better driver and a more fuel efficient driver. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and happy motoring, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.